Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my channel. First of all, a big congratulations to all those who have done the February month daily LeetCode challenge very consistently. Because see, this month was definitely not on the easier side. There were so many different steps. Like we have seen, like some big series. Okay, there were some good DP questions. There were some good backtracking questions, which were also revolving around the topic of the lexical of sorting. So there were so many things to do. Okay, I will not say that month was an easy one, but yeah, like I'm sure that would have got a lot to learn because the series that they were bringing, it was having at least 4 to 5 questions. Okay, not like every day they were changing the topic, but a single topic was stretched up to 4 to 5 days, which means like we'll get at least 4 to 5 times to solve similar questions and to build a grip on the topic. So I will say, like, definitely it was a good one. If you have not done those questions, please do go and try that out. But yeah, it was definitely on a harder side, I will say, but still it was a good opportunity to learn. So definitely a big congratulations to all those who have done it bravely and consistently, the February month daily Leetcode challenge. Now coming to the first question of the March. Okay, so this is the first question. This is on the easier side. Let's see how this month goes. And yep, let us quickly begin with this question. So in this question, so you are basically given a nums array. Let us quickly see the constraint in this. So all the elements are going to be from 0 till 1000. Okay, similarly the length is going to be up to 2000. Okay, so because of these reasons it's marked as an easy question, right? So what you have to do is, see, I will not go into the theory of this question. I will just tell you what you have to do. See, it's very simple. You will have to do a, like, see, there is one operation that you need to do for from 0, index number 0 till n minus 1. Okay, I mean n minus 2, right? From index number 0 till n minus 2. Okay, till the second last element you have to do one operation. What is that operation? See, they are saying that if current element, let's say I am at index number 0, if the current element is equal to the next element. Okay, if the current element, that is ith element, is equal to I plus 1th element, what you have to do, you have to multiply the current element by 2. Okay, and the next element, that is I plus 1th element, needs to be set to 0. Okay, that is the only thing that you have to do. Okay, if that is not the case, let us say if this is not happening, then we have to skip the operation. Okay, as simple as that. This is the first point. Second point is that you have to do these operations from index number 0 till index number n minus 2. Why like that? See, because for every index I, you are referring to the next elements. That's why you cannot refer to the next element of the last element, right? That is the reason why I will go from 0 till n minus 2, right? After that, they're saying once you have done this operation for from 0 to n minus 2, what you have to do, you have to ensure that, let's say, this is the result. Okay, after applying all the operations, what is happening here, there are some zeros in between. What you have to ensure is that all the zeros should be moved toward the end. Okay, towards the right hand. So if you see, this is going to be a final output. All the zeros that were appearing are moved towards the right hand. If there are no zeros, you don't have to do anything, but if there are zeros, you will have to ensure that you are moving them to the right hand. Okay, this is how the final output will look like, and you have to return this as your answer, right? Now let us see the one example number one. See, in this case, if you talk about this, okay, this element is not equal to its next element. Okay, so we'll go. So yeah, this is not so. Okay, we'll go to the next. In this case, yeah, it is equal. Okay, so see, I'm like explaining side by side. See, this is, that's why it's coming in the answer, right? Now come to this part. This and this are equal. So what you have to do, since they're equal, this element, the current element will be made as 4, and the next element will be made as 0. Okay, so this will be made as 4. Okay, and this will be made as 0, right? Yeah. If you see the at index number, okay, 1, this is how it will look like. Okay, this is how it will look like. Next, if you see, these are the two ones. Okay, again they are not equal. So what you have to do, you have to simple skip. Okay, simply skip. Then you will come to this part. In this part, it is equal. So what you have to do, this element will become 2, and this element will become 0. Okay, it will be multiplied with 2, and this will be, it will become 0. Okay, so this is how it will going to look like, correct? Yep. At last, again, like these two are 0, so you can, if you want, you can apply the operation. Even if you don't apply, nothing is going to change, because even if you multiply something with 0, it will remain 0 only. Similarly, this element is already 0, you can't make it 0 again. Okay, so that's same. If you apply also, it's the same. If you don't apply also, the result is going to be same. So this is going to be your final result. But here, one last step is pending, that is, all the zeros should be moved toward the right hand. Okay, so this is going to be a final output, and that's what they've given it here. Okay, so I've explained example number one. You can go through example number two. It's very simple one. And yep, let us quickly begin. So I will be showing two solutions. In the first solution, I will be creating a separate array where I will be doing these changes, and then I will be returning that. That is why it's going to be open solution. In the next solution, we will doing the in place, the changing of the positions. Okay, in the given input itself, we will be doing all the modifications, and we will be returning the even input itself as the answer. Okay, so if you see, this is the input, and at last we are returning this itself as the answer. Okay, so because of this reason, it's going to be over one solution in terms of space complexity. So let us go through each of the solutions. In the solution number one, as you might be doing, we are creating a list. Okay, I'm first of all capturing the length. I'm creating a list, and here I will be manually going through each of the index. Okay, so I is going to be like the pointer which I will be using to go through each of the index. while I is less than n minus 1, let's see what we are doing. Okay, if the current index is 0, okay, see, because I've created a separate answer, so what I will ensure is the last step, no, this step where all the zeros are moved to the right, this step is also done like during the time of applying the changes itself. Okay, so whenever element is 0, okay, I will not be pushing it to my answer. Okay, as simple as that, right? I hope you are getting the fact. Whenever answer is coming 0, for example, see this case here, there are zeros in between, so this 0 will not be pushed to our answer. Okay, as simple as that. All the zeros at last will be pushing, right? So yep. So whenever we are getting a 0, just increment the pointer, but do not put anything to our answer. Okay, just continue and go to the next iteration, right? If this is not the case, let us see then. If the current element and the next element are equal, what you have to do? Current element you have to multiply with 2 and then append it to the answer. Okay, as simple as that. Now the next element will be made as 0 and I will do I is equal to I plus 2. Why I am doing I plus 2? See, this is the trick. See, because we are doing this, so there are some there are some possibilities of optimization. That's what I'm doing it. Okay, see, the next element is already made 0. Okay, if it is 0, what we are doing, obviously we are skipping it, so there is no meaning of going to the next element. Now are you getting my point? That's why instead of doing plus 1, I'm directly doing I is equal to I plus 2. I hope you are getting the point, because the next element is, I know it is going to be 0 now. Okay, so because any element, if it is 0, I will be simply skipping it. That is the reason why I need not go to this element now. Okay, that's why I'm directly going to the I plus 2. Okay, instead of doing I plus 1, I'm doing I plus 2 right now. Let us say this is not the case, so what you have to do in that case, whatever is nums of I, simply push it. Okay, simply push it, and obviously you have to do I plus 1. Okay, as simple as that, right? So this will keep continuing. See, one important point you have to remember in this case is that, see, you are going till the second last element. Remember, the last element is still pending. Remember that part, last element is still pending and it is not in your answer as of now. Okay, the last element is still not in your answer because of this condition. For that reason, once we come out of this particular while loop, what you have to do, first of all, you have to process your last element. Okay, see, this case what I'm doing, answer dot append of nums of n minus 1. Okay, the last element I'm appending, and then I'm checking if the length of answer is not equal to n, then keep appending zeros. Okay, finally return the answer. So let me run this and show it to you how it looks. As you can see, this is clearing all the test cases, but the only thing is, since we are using a extra list to create the answer, the final answer, that is the reason why the space complexity will be often, and obviously time complexity cannot be less than often. So in this case also it is often, right? Time complexity, yep. So this was the solution. Okay, and I did all the optimizations that I can do, like this part, like shifting all the answers to 0, like the right hand, that part I am taking care. I'm not pushing them during the loop. Only when the loop is completed, at last I will be pushing them, and this is done through checking whether the length of the answer is equal to n or not. Okay, this part I'm doing. Okay, yep. So this was for this solution. Okay, this was all I can do for this solution. All the operations I've tried to do. Okay, this code is not beating 100% of the test cases. I understand. The reason is because we are creating a separate list. Okay, but the second solution that I'm showing you, see this case, it is beating 100% of the solutions. Okay, this is going to be the second solution that I'm showing you. It is beating 100% in terms of runtime. It is beating 100% of the solutions. Okay, let us see what it is. Here, as you know, we will be doing the modifications in the input itself. Okay, always remember, when such a thing you are about to do, always check it with the interviewer, if it is a face-to-face interview, whether they are expecting this kind of solution or not, because sometimes the interviewer will not be impressed if you are changing anything that is given to you in the input. Okay, so always discuss this part before going to the like directly coding it in the interview. Never do that. Always discuss with the interviewer that I want to optimize it in such a way that I am doing the modification in the input itself. If they are okay, then go for it. Otherwise, if let us say they are expecting something else, then better go for it. Better go for that instead of simply wasting the time in that, because they will not like it. Okay, if their mindset is that they are not going to allow it, then even if you do, you are wasting your time. Okay, this part you will not be rewarded for this. Okay, so always discuss it with the interviewer. Okay, what we are doing this, see, as simple as that, we are capturing the length, then this is the lone pointer that I'm going to maintain. Okay, if you see here, we were creating a separate list as our answer, right? But in this case, I am maintaining a pointer. Why this pointer is needed? See, and the idea here is, whenever we are having a 0, okay, let us see this part. In this case, there are zeros coming in between. Okay, so what I will do is, this 0 I will not write to my answer. Instead, whatever next non-zero element comes, that should be written in place of this 0. Okay, that is the reason. Okay, so whenever, see, this pointer will tell me where the next element should be written. Okay, so if we are having a 0 here, then we will write, for example, 2 in this case. Okay, the 2 that we are seeing here will be written to this place 0. Okay, I will explain how it works. Just see here. See, the same thing, it is going from 0 to n minus 2. Okay, if nums of I is equal to 0, simply continue. Okay, remember this part. If you see, if you come to this code, what is happening is I is getting incremented, but the pointer is not getting incremented. You will understand this when I explain the rest of the code, but just see this highlight. If, see this code, if this condition is true, then pointer will be incremented, but sorry, pointer will not be incremented, but I will be incremented. Okay, remember that part. Now let's see this case. If nums of I is equal to nums of I plus 1, what you have to do, very simple. Wherever pointer, in that place, just go and change the element to nums of I into 2. Okay, as simple as that, and then make nums of I plus 1 equal to 0. Okay, now else what you have to do, wherever nums of pointer is that, just nums of I should be replaced there. Okay, as simple as that. At last you have to do pointer plus 1. Okay, now this step will not be happening if you are here. Okay, remember this part. If you are like this step, okay, will not happen if this code gets executed. Remember, just I will get incremented, but pointer will not get incremented. That is the reason how I'm trying to ensure that we are doing the in place sorting. Okay, I mean not sorting, but in place modification, that whenever a zero is there, I will not write it. So if you see here, yeah, this place is zero is coming, but what I will do is I will not write anything there. Okay, I will wait for the next element to come. For example, 2, this 2 will be written here. Okay, so pointer will remain in the 0 unless we get a non-zero element, and then it will be pushed there. Okay, that is how this thing works. And yep, once we come out of this loop, again the thing that we did last time, since the last element is not processed, first we will process the last element. So nums of pointer is equal to nums of n minus 1, and we are incrementing the pointer, right? And then again the same thing, while pointer is less than n, you have to keep appending zeros. Then nums of pointer is equal to 0 and pointer plus 1. Okay, pointer is incremented by 1, that you have to keep doing. Okay, and then finally return the nums. So in this, if you see the whole code, what is happening, the only highlighted thing is I'm introducing a new pointer. This pointer, see, normally what we will do, no, they will be writing here I. They will be writing here I. Okay, nums of I is equal to nums of I into 2. Like that they will be doing. But instead of that, I am using a pointer to ensure that none of wherever zero is present, that zero is being overwritten. Okay, I don't leave any zero in between. Okay, all the zeros are overwritten. Either the zeros are only there in the end, or any zeros in between is overwritten. Okay, these are the only two cases, right? Yep. Let me quickly run this and show you to this solution. But remember, since we are not creating any other array, okay, we are just using a simple lone pointer and a variable. For that reason, it is going to be a constant solution, that's O of constant, that's O of 1 in terms of space complexity and O of n in terms of time complexity. And we have already seen it is beating 100% of other solutions. Let me quickly run this and show to you. As you can see, this is clearing all the test cases. I've already submitted this solution. So I will be giving you both the codes. Just go through them, and if you have any questions, please do let me know. Always remember, whenever you see easy question, see, let me make this point very clear here. See, if this question comes in interview, what should be your aim? Okay, remember, since it is an easy question, everyone can solve it. Okay, everyone can solve it, no doubt in that. But then how will you ensure that you are getting selected if this question comes? Only thing that you can do is always remember, your solution should be able to beat 100% of the test cases. If you are let us say, like, in place of me, you are sitting and you are presenting the screen to your interviewer, okay, in online mode. If you can show this, that your code is beating 100%, believe me, this will create an impact. It will change their mindset on you. Believe me, this happens, and I have seen that happening. Okay, this is an easy question, everyone can learn a code ultimately. Okay, if they're given 30 minutes, 45 minutes, definitely they can code. Though the 40 minutes is very long for this kind of question, but still within 20 minutes itself someone can solve this question, right? But if you can solve it using this, okay, then I'm telling you, telling you this very frankly, you will get selected. Okay, whatever be the reason, like, only if you have not answered your questions properly, then something may happen. But otherwise, there is a high chance that you will get selected if you are beating 100% of the test cases. That's why whenever the question is easy, you should be more worried, because everyone can solve it. Okay, in that case, you have to find a solution which is beating 100% of the test cases. I am consistently saying this point from the so many days, like 2025. I always want to see this. Okay, I always say this because people are not taking easy questions very seriously. They feel that, okay, it is easy, I can solve it. Okay, then they keep just solve it in some way, and then they forget about it. But see, this constant, anyone can solve it. Even a off and score solution will work here. But just remember, just by solving, you will not get selected if this question comes. Okay, you will only get selected because your code is is somewhat different from other. Okay, because you are achieving something that is not achievable by others. Remember that point. You will have to be set yourself out. Okay, you have to, like, prove that you are different from it. Okay, you should be the odd one out. So, Stefan, that was all for this day, and I tried my best to show you both the solutions and both the aspects of this question. And again, congratulations to those who have done really great in the February month, the Really Code Challenge. And today is the first day. There are so many days to come. Okay, so if you have not done properly in the February, don't worry. There is a new start for you today. So try your best. Okay, don't let this month go. Keep solving. Keep solving. Believe me, once this becomes a habit, no, then the way you think, the way you approach a problem will be different after that. Okay, so just make it as a habit. You have to keep doing this every day. Remember, people who are there in your target companies, okay, the FANG level companies, or your any target company that you have, okay, any dream company that you have, even people working in those companies are doing the same thing every day. Okay, so you will also have to do the same. Just remember, they are not doing anything different. Even they are coming and doing the same thing. Because of this, they are there. Okay, by solving this, they reach there, and even now they are solving because they want to stay there, or maybe they want to go to even better companies. That's why they're doing this every day. Okay, so you are not doing something which is not everyone is doing. Okay, everyone is doing this, so that's why you have to do it even better than them. Okay, so remember, this is not just a interest. It's not just a hobby. It's a mandatory requirement now. Okay, if you're good in coding, only then you will be able to project yourself, in front of the interviewer, that yeah, I can be, I can be the right fit for this position. So yeah, friend, that was all for this video. And if you like my efforts, if you like the quality of the content, please do subscribe to the channel. This will ensure that many people who don't have access to paid resources get quality content like this. And remember, this is my 100th 30th day, and I hope there are many more days to come. I have always tried my best to show you the quality solutions. I don't show you the simple solutions. I always try my best to show you the solutions which others are not talking about, which others are not thinking about. I always try to show you in a different way, the quality way. So yeah, friend, that was all for this video, and see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot, and please subscribe if you like my posts.